Welcome to the Messy and Delicious podcast.
Get our honest rundown on all things healing and self-discovery, where we embrace all of the messy and delicious parts of life.
This is the place where we are shedding the shame and sharing it all. So cringe isn't the enemy, it's actually just evidence that you showed up, got messy and felt something.
Today we are flipping the script on embarrassment, self-judgment and awkwardness, because cringe is often just joy that doesn't fit into society's tiny little box.
Yeah, so today we're sharing our cringy memories and we're laughing with love at our past selves, who we now find adorable.
Because there's nothing wrong with being cringe, it's actually one of our favourite things, and when you can start to embrace that, that's when you find your people and your power.
Yeah, so let's get into it.
Okay, so a little catch up to start. What have you been up to this week? Any nice delicious things happening in life?
Oh, delicious things. Yeah, you know what I finally did? I finally went to that sauna place, which is the floating sauna. The one that's right by ours, and I walk past it every single day. And it is actually amazing. Like, I'm not one of these people that jumps into ice baths, but like...
It's all coming out now.
Yeah.
Last week we were talking about that, and now you're an ice bath one.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I know. You get dead nervous about all the ice bathers. They're going to come at you with some ice cream. No, but so it was so nice. The sauna was the best bit, obviously, but like the way they've done it, and I love like the smell of saunas and everything, and they had like eucalyptus in there, and it was so nice. And you can swim in the canal bit, which at first I looked at that canal and I was like, not a chance, but it's actually
extension of the Mersey.
Yeah. But they've definitely filtered it, or they do something with it, because it's not filthy. I mean, it's not clean, but like it's not filthy, and it was just like dead refreshing to just go for a little swim, like, and look at the library building, and then go in the sauna. It was so cozy.
So you can swim, ice bath and sauna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have the ice baths, and the guy told us that he was like, this is 2 degrees, this is 4 degrees, 5 degrees, and then 15 degrees, something like that. And so we went to the warmest ice bath, because we were like, absolutely not getting absolutely not getting in 2 degrees, whatever that means. And we were free, we both got in it, because it was like a double one. We got in it and we were like, absolutely not. But we had to stay there for a sec, because the guy was watching, like, we couldn't embarrass ourselves and just hop in the sauna. So we went in there, but yeah, we come to the conclusion that the ice baths are not for us, but the swim around, like, this water's still cold, but I think because you're moving, it feels nicer. And then getting in the sauna, and they have like little showers there, and they have like little salts that you can put on while you're in the shower. It's so nice.
Oh, lovely.
And it's just that lovely. So yeah, that was delicious. I loved it. Yeah.
I think we are obviously only joking with the ice baths, because we actually quite like when we do our retreats. We go like cold water swimming and that, like, we know that, like, it's good for you and you can get so much from it. So we're just taking the piss. Yeah. Everyone's gonna be offended by it. You offend everyone with everything these days. What we do actually, because also like some things come back around. At one time, I bet you we'll be talking about going cold water swimming or doing something, and people will be like, well, remember when you said that? So mind your business.
Just covering ourselves.
Covering ourselves for when we change our mind. For when we become
Get
ice bath.
in the ice bath. People walking past.
You see us in the ice bath, mind your business.
Yeah. Oh my God. What delicious things have you been doing?
Last weekend I went to the comedy club, the Hot Water Comedy Club. I haven't been there since it's been in that market. And it was good. It was so good. I love a comedy night, but I want to do that more often. Because I mean, I laugh a lot. But then when you've got scheduled time to go and laugh, it's nice as well, isn't it? Like, schedule some laughter time. But no, it was really good, and the comedians are like really, really funny. And then I have this thing, you know what I'm like, when I go and see something, and I go, I want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So I go and see like the Christmas pantomime and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be in the pantomime. I go and watch a burlesque show and I'm like, I want to be a burlesque dancer. Anything. I watch a music show and I'm like, I want to play an instrument. And I get like this thing in my mind that I just want to do, and I want to be part, and I want to learn and just try everything. So I'm watching and I'm like, I want to do stand-up comedy.
Oh my God.
I said that to my brother and he was like, but you're not funny. I was like, oh, but I think I am.
Wow, you are funny.
I think he was joking.
Yeah.
He was joking.
He was, he's definitely joking. You're hilarious.
I mean, I know I'm not like a stand-up comic, but I was like, why not? Like, and I just enjoyed it so much. And I was like, what a good feeling it would be to like, I don't know, like to be able to make people laugh.
Aww.
And I was like, I want to do that. And I get this thing anyway around, like, I do a lot of work on like trying to get people out of their comfort zone. So whenever I think of something, I think I want to do that, because why not? Okay, worst thing that happens is I get up on a stage and no one laughs.
Yeah.
Then I know that it's not for me.
Yeah.
And I'll try something else instead. So I said it to my dad and my brother, and my dad was like, I bet you won't. And that's the worst thing you can say to me. Watch me, Dad. Yeah. And then he was like, I bet you. And I was like, bet you'll do. And he was like, when? Next week? And I was like, no, you're going to have to give me some time.
Next week?
And I was like, and then I went, what about by this time next year, I will have done a stand-up comedy gig. And then he was like, I bet you won't. So we shook on it. We've bet £100.
Oh my God.
So I've bet me dad £100 that I'm going to do a stand-up. Not my own. I'm not going to like do my own stand-up gig or anything. But they've got open mic nights and stuff. Yeah. So before this time next year, I'm putting it out there,
God,
so I have to hold myself accountable.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
A stand-up comedy show. God. So if you're listening and you want to come and either laugh with me or laugh at me, please do.
Both are welcome.
All the support. All are welcome. If you're laughing, whether it's at me or with me.
You'll
makes
take
no
it.
Difference to me, I'll take it. Just so I don't have to know my dad at £100.
Yeah. Oh my God, no, you'd be so good at that. I love that. Oh my God.
So that's going to have to, when I make a new vision board, it's going to have to go on there.
Yeah.
Me standing at doing a comedy gig.
Oh, I
don't know what the fuck I'll talk about.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, that's fast. I'm just excited.
Same. I don't know if I'm excited or nervous, because then there's loads of pressure about like trying to be funny then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be funny if I'm trying to be.
Yeah, there's
funny.
like a whole like science to it, isn't there?
Yeah,
like
I mean it's a lot of work, isn't it? I don't know what kind of stand-up comic would I be? But like, here's some jokes that I prepared earlier, or I don't know. There's so much to figure out. But I'll have fun doing it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's shit. It's shit.
It's shit. No. Oh no, that'll be amazing. Okay, cool. I'm here for your comedy journey.
Thanks.
So excited.
I mean, if everything else fails, that might take off. Yeah. That could be like my next career.
Oh my God. Yeah.
From yoga teacher to self-love coach to stand-up comedian.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, why not?
Who says you can't do it all?
Who says? Yeah. Oh.
Maybe me when I fall flat on my face.
Oh my God. Oh no, I love that. I just love comedians. I'm just obsessed.
So do I.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot of balls, to do it. Which I think leads as well into...
Yeah, it actually is perfect.
Into today's episode anyway.
Yeah.
Because you can't care about being cringy as a comedian.
No.
Obviously they can't. There's no way you can like get on stage and do what they do if they're worried about being cringe. Yeah. And that's why they're funny.
Yeah, exactly. This week we wanted to talk about cringe and being cringe and embarrassment and shame and that kind of stuff.
Because I think these are like such big things that hold us back.
Oh, yeah. Probably the biggest. Yeah, it's a huge one that holds us back. Yeah.
It's like the suffocator of self-expression, isn't it? Like all these shame, embarrassment, cringe. I think the word we're using the word cringe more because it's thrown about so much. Everyone, oh, that's cringe, or do you know what I mean? Like that kind of covers all of them emotions and things that come up that hold us back. But we love cringe, don't we? We love being cringe. I love seeing cringe. Like cringe to me is like, it's so liberating.
Yeah, well, it just like sets you free. If you can be if you can be comfortable with being cringe, then you're flying. Yeah. Like you can just be yourself and express. Yeah.
If you don't care about being cringe, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah. Being able to get there, like to a place where you can be cringe, I think comes from doing all of the work with all of the inner critic and all of the self-judgment and all that kind of stuff, because it ultimately comes from insecurity, this thing of cringe. Like when we see something that's cringy, we kind of go, oh, like, and we imagine ourselves doing that, or we put ourselves in their shoes and we're like, like, I can't believe they did that. And it's like, what? They're expressing themselves? Like, and it's like a reflection how you stop yourself from expressing yourself when you see it.
Yeah. I think as well, like with cringe, like this is what's really mad, I think, about it, is that the cringe often, it doesn't even come from what you think or feel is cringy. It's what you think other people might think or feel is cringy. But also you don't even know that for a fact. So it's like it only sort of exists in this imagined opinions of other people. So like you stop yourself from doing stuff, even if it's like not a conscious thought, because you think that they'll think it's cringy, but you don't know that they think it's cringy at all. Like this imagined thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you imagining certain people seeing that thing. Yeah, it's all about how people perceive the thing that you're it's like complicated, really,
and it's not even like it's not even so much of the time it's not actually their opinion. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you know, because other people will voice it, or they'll say, ooh, that's cringy, or I would never do that. But most of the time it's like, oh, people will think this. Who will think this, and how do you know that they will think this? Or do you just think that they will think that? Because most of the time they don't. Do you know what I mean? It's all so complicated and all like just unspoken rule of what cringe is, when realistically it's not even like a real thing. It's not even like a real opinion. You get so worked up in this, they will think this if I do that, and most of the time people don't care. We think people care about us and what we're doing and how we're acting so much more than they actually care.
They're all worrying about themselves and doing their own things. I find cringe like a fascinating thing. It actually hurts my brain thinking about cringe, because it's so about other people and other perceptions, and when you can just be cringe and accept the fact that people are going to find you cringy, because there will be people that find you cringy. It's like, cool, that's cool. On you.
Yeah, that's on you, and that's mainly your insecurities, and also like reflected in the fact that other people struggle to be cringe, or they struggle to express themselves, so they feel uncomfortable watching you. So if you cringe at someone, there's something going on with you that you think, oh, I couldn't do that, and that's yours. Like that's yours to work through. It's not the other person's, and I think it's being aware of that as well. And there's no judgment for that, because we all do that, because we live in a society where we've been taught to do that. And everyone is told what's cringe and what's acceptable and what's the social norms. So it's not like, oh, if you cringe at other people, you're a bad person. It's not that. We've all done that. Do you know what I mean? But it's an invitation to look at what it is in you that cringes at that person. Is that person just expressing themselves and more free and liberated and doesn't care? And you think, oh, I could never. That's embarrassing to me. It's not to them. It's probably why they're having more fun.
Exactly. It's like a really good indicator on what things you might be suppressing, because there'll still be things that I find cringe in. Just like they'll randomly pop up, like something will happen on the street, or like someone's like super loud or something, and I kind of cringe, and then I'm like, oh, like that is like bringing something up, and then at that thing that's come up, I can look at that thing and be like, ooh, what's happening here? What was you cringing at then? What was making you uncomfortable about that person being loud? It's like, it's just like really, it's a really good indicator, I think. Like, it's like a little sign to be like, ooh, how are you suppressing? What are you suppressing there?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I think being, learning to be okay with being cringe is like actually really brave, because you are putting yourself out there for other people to judge you or cringe at you. But what you're actually doing is really expressing yourself, whether that's like feelings or emotions or dancing or singing. Like there's something inside you that wants to come out and be seen or heard, and when we think we'll be cringe, we like suppress that down. But when you allow yourself to do it and think, well, let people cringe at me, like I think it's so brave to do that. So I think cringy people are my favourite people because they're expressing themselves, and that's all that matters, and that's how we feel joy. Like, coming back to what we always talk about, like joy and fun. I think the more you're concerned about if people are gonna cringe, you're suppressing your own joy, because your joy wants to come out in all these forms, and then we go, oh, but not too much, because it's so cringy.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. I know.
It's not cringy.
It's not. We put that on ourselves so much to squash it down. Like, just think that little ball of joy that's inside, it's like, yay, it wants to come out, and then you're like, no, stop there. It's cringe, and then it's like, oh, like it's just like, I'm so happy.
And stop there, it's cringe, because I think that she thinks it might be cringe.
Yeah.
Like, not even, do you know what I mean? It's this whole mental gymnastics that goes on in the brain.
Yeah. It's mad.
It's so sad.
It's actually mad. Like, and I really struggle, because I've been thinking about this, because I knew we were talking about this today, but I really struggle to find things that are fully cringe now. I used to have so many memories that were like in the cringe box, and like they'd come up like, do you know when you're trying to get asleep and like all the cringiest things come into your head. And obviously there's still some there, and like I'm human, I still find myself cringy and stuff, but it just feels different now. Like I will walk down the street, and if I'm listening to my headphones and a good song is on, I will like kind of dance. Like if I'm on my own, and I know people are cringing at me right now, like I will dance a bit, or I'll maybe like sing, not full on sing, but I'll like I'll like probably go for it. And I know there's people driving past cringing at me, but I'm like, I'm not going to suppress that anymore, because it feels good for me to express that. And so I'm just going to do it. And I don't actually cringe at myself doing that at all. Like, I'm like, oh, no. And it's contagious. Like, I've done it so many times, and someone will walk past me and they'll smile and they'll laugh, and like we'll have like a little moment together.
Didn't Guy like stop you once? No, this is so cute. It's so cute, because you're walking with your headphones and like all smiley and dancing and singing.
Yeah, no, so I was in my own little world. Like, I wasn't even aware of what was going on around me, and I was walking past a cafe in town, and I'd like kind of got past the cafe, and I was going to cross the road, and then like someone tapped me on the back, and I was like, oh, and I looked on the floor because I thought I'd dropped my bag or something, and I was like, oh, what? And it was just like, oh my god, hey, I just seen you walking past, and you've got like the best smile ever, and I was like, oh my god. And then I panicked, and I was like, I've got a boyfriend. And he was like, okay. He was like, okay, I assume so. I just wanted to tell you that your smile's amazing. And I was like, oh. But it is like actually contagious, and it is, it is nice. Like most people see that in you, and then they're like, oh, and then their joy inside them wants to come out, and it's like, oh, see, there's joy over there. Like,
No, I love that. I love that so much. But no, I was the same in terms of, because thinking about if there's any things now, or like thinking if we can share like some cringy things that we've done. I'm cringy all the time. I feel like everything I do is cringe to some people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel cringy for me. So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I don't actually know what to say. I've done that. Going to a comedy gig and then saying I'm going to be on the stage next year. Do you know what I mean? Some people will be like, oh, the shame, like they're embarrassed. But that's not embarrassing for me though, because if you don't allow those moments to be cringy, or you celebrate the cringe, it doesn't have the same heaviness or like embarrassment anymore. Like my feelings of what's cringe has changed so much.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't like, cringe isn't linked with embarrassment. Cringe is like, be cringy. I'll be cringy, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely like just like things from the past though that still will like hold a bit of cringe, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we're not saying like completely get rid of cringe. It's just like change on your mindset and your relationship with cringe and shame and embarrassment, and like thinking, is it actually yours? Are they actually your feelings that you're carrying, or is it like just this? Does it come from outside? It's outside noise of what we think everyone else is saying, and I think that changes a lot.
Yeah. Defo. And I think if you try and win the cringe game and not be cringed, it's just impossible. It's like there's always going to be someone who finds you cringe. It's like if you follow like all of the trends and get all of the things, people will say that's cringe. If you go your own route and like wear whatever the hell you want, that's cringe. You're like, there's everything can always be cringe. So it's like getting out of the cringe game and trying to beat it and not be cringe. It's like not possible. And I was playing that game for so many years. I was like, okay, what about now? I can't be cringy at this point, and there will always be something like that someone will find cringy, because it's a reflection of something in them that they're not allowing themselves to be. So yeah.
And like this even links in like to when we were talking about friendship as well, and finding the right people. Like if you're always so worried about being cringe, you're not going to find your people. But then when you are being cringe, your people are going to love you for all these like cringy things that you do.
Yeah.
So you spend so much time and so much energy and effort like playing that game of like how much is too much, or do you know what I mean? And it's like it's easier to express less than you want and just stay in this box. But then when it comes back to like feeling joy and having your own self-expression, if you're always like under just this, I think we're always trying to play it safe and keep everything level. Like we don't want to go too much. So we want to stay level or go below. Yeah. But then like your joy and your life and everything, all the good stuff is up here. So it's like if you don't,
so much bigger.
There's so much more to like feel and enjoy. But if you're always sort of like treading this line of like being not normal, I don't know what the right word is here, like normal and accepted and fitting in.
Yeah, fitting in.
Or less than. But then you go up there and you're gonna find the rest of the people up there as well, and they're the people that you're supposed to be around, because they won't think any of the stuff's cringy.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll celebrate your cringe.
They will, and you'll be cringy together. Like we're cringy together all the time.
Yeah, we're cringy together all the time. It's fine. Yeah. So, but it doesn't feel cringy.
Yeah, no,
it's just
it
normal
doesn't
now.
feel like that. Yeah. But yeah.
Shall we talk about some cringy stuff from maybe when we were little? Or younger, or just the past.
Yeah, cringy stuff from the past,
Yeah. Okay, so we were thinking about some stuff that makes us cringe a little bit, maybe from when we were a bit younger or growing up or whenever. Because we don't have many stories of recent cringes.
Yeah.
Because we're just so not cringe. But maybe like memories that have made you cringe or made you want like the ground to just swallow you up, and it probably stayed with you for years.
Yeah.
Or maybe just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just talk and see what comes up.
Yeah, let's see what comes up. Yeah, I struggle with this because I feel like my entire existence up until the age of like 20 was just, I was just cringing at myself all the time. So like I just need to yeah, there's just so many things. I think as well, being quiet. There's been so many moments when, like, I've spoke up or I've, like, I don't know, just said the wrong thing because I've panicked and I've just gone, ah, and then everyone looks at you and then goes, ah, like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many moments like that. But I was definitely cringy on Facebook as a teenager. Like, I would hate to look back my statuses. Like, I just wanted attention so badly, so I'd put, like, did it say, like, Emma is at some point? Did it say, like, your name and then is, I don't know, or I used to put is, I used to put, so I'd have Emma and then I'd put is sad today or something like that, and, like, get loads of people to be like, what's wrong? And then I'll put, it wasn't DM then, wasn't it? You'd say, like, oh, message me.
Inbox
and, like,
me.
Inbox me, yeah, inbox me. Oh, I feel like just everything I did was so, I cringe about it because it was just, I just wanted attention so badly. Like, so badly.
I think we all did, though, around that. Well, especially for our age, Facebook was, like, such a big thing then, and it was, like, so new. And that was the way everyone was getting attention. It was just, like, the done thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or you'd put like, so proper dramatic, like, song lyrics. And it'd be about like having a broken heart or something, but you'd be like 11.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh my god, what's happened? And you're like, inbox me. Inbox me. Like, I'm not going to put it out there, but I'm going to put this very, like, mysterious status so that everyone inboxes me, and then you're like, oh, well, this happens.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yep.
Those were the days. Or remember when you could poke people on Facebook? Why was that a thing?
Why was that a thing? That's
because you wouldn't, that was like a way of flirting with people.
Yeah, that was flirting.
You would just poke each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that means, it was literally just a poke button.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And you'd get a notification saying,
you've
Amy
been
poked you.
Yeah.
And then you'd go, poke back.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't even have conversation. Well, I wouldn't either. No. Maybe it'd be like a boy that I fancied at the time, and we would just log onto Facebook and you'd see that he'd poke you and you go, poke back! And then never speak to them.
Yeah.
You never even talk to them.
Yeah.
Just have this relationship of poking each other on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What the hell was that about?
What was that?
An MSN days.
MSN.
It's before Facebook, wasn't it? You'd rush home to go on MSN.
Yeah.
Just to log in.
Yeah.
And talk to people that you've been talking to all day in school. And then they'd come online and you go, oh!
Yeah.
And then if they don't pop out, you'd have to log
out, log back in.
Log
so
back
you
in.
pop up.
So that they get the notification.
Yeah.
And you log out and you log back in and you're like, wait now. They're going to pop up to me. And then it was like the proper thing as well, like if you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend at the time, their name goes on your there was like a little message on MSN, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
But then also on Facebook, I don't know if you've done this, but after every single Facebook status,
oh my god,
you would put the name of your boyfriend.
Yeah, with a little heart.
With a little heart.
Yeah.
So my Facebook status would be Amy is just off to dance. Woo, can't wait. ... Adam, love you loads.
Yeah.
But you'd put 100 statuses that is having my tea. Lol. Yeah. Adam, love you loads. Yeah. And there'd be like 300.
Yeah, every single time. Yeah. Yeah.
All of my Facebook statuses said Adam, love you. Shout out to Adam, his boyfriend. I can't even remember how old I was, but this was like early Facebook days.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Adam, love you loads. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah. Oh, Adam. Yeah, Kieran. Shout out.
Shout out Kieran and Adam. Their boyfriend. Say boyfriend, we used to like just play out in the street together.
Yeah.
We come round to mine for some sausage rolls one time.
Oh.
Don't think we ever kissed or held hands or like, we were just friends. We were basically just friends, but he was on my Facebook status forever. Oh, Adam, love you loads. Oh, love you loads. Didn't even know what love is at that age.
Yeah. Oh. Oh no, it is cute. See now, so I do this thing now. Where I did a post about this the other day, where like I try and change anything that's cringy to cute, and like changing it to adorable, and being like, oh my god, that's adorable. Like, do you know, like when you think about things and you're like, I can't believe I did that, and you're like, oh, it's adorable that I did that. So now I think all of this is just adorable. I'm like, oh, it's so cute that we used to
that's such
put
a nice reframe.
like,
Because it is It is
Yeah.
actually adorable.
Yeah.
At the time, it's cringe.
Yeah.
Or looking back now, it's cringe to think of yourself doing it now as the person you are
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
As the person I am today, wouldn't write a status and go, Adam, love you.
Yeah.
Definitely not Adam, because I don't love Adam anymore. No offence, Adam. So if he's going to be listening to this. Maybe. You never know. Adam, if you are. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god. If we get a comment on Adam, I'm going to be so happy. Oh, that would make me day.
No, I promise, I'm joking.
Oh.
No offence, but I don't actually want you to call me.
Anyway.
Swiftly moving on.
Oh my god. So what about, I feel like I forgot all of my cringy moments. Have you got any moments that come to mind?
Yeah, oh god, can I tell you one that this stuck with me in my brain for so long. It's not even that bad, right? It's not even that bad, but for like a young, shy, insecure Amy, I remember going to the hairdressers once on my own. It was like the first time I was like going to book an appointment on my own, and I felt all like grown up going to the hairdressers. Because like my auntie always used to come to the house and do my hair. So this one time I was like, I'm going to the hairdressers. And I walked in to make an appointment, and she was asking the day and whatever, what I wanted, blah blah, and she went, okay, yeah, who with? And I was like, on my own. And she was like, no, who with? And I was like, no, am I not allowed to come on my own? And I thought she was saying like, because I was little, like she was like, who with? Like your mum? And she was like, no, like which hairdresser? And I was like, oh, anyone? But I was like, I left it and I was so embarrassed by it, and it was like so cringy forever. He was like, go to bed, and I'd be like in bed thinking, who with you fucking idiot?
Oh my god.
Because I was like so proud of like being all independent. I was like, on my own, obviously.
But how adorable.
Like I'm not obviously not going to bring my mum to my hair appointment on my own.
Oh no, that's too cute.
It is cute, isn't it?
Cute.
It is.
Oh.
What about like fashion statements?
Oh god.
I thought I was
so
fucking cool when I was little.
Yeah. Same with me, groovy chick. Like groovy chick,
groovy chick was the thing, wasn't it?
Jeans. I'm sure they had groovy chick actually on them. Oh no, I used to think I was proper cool. And with hair, I feel like with hair, I've had some mad hair, like, yeah, just thinking it. Oh my god, like one thing to do with hair actually. So, in maybe year 7, maybe year 8 or whatever. Oh god, no, this does make me cringe, but it's actually so cute. So one of the popular girls came in one day and she'd curled the hair. Like, it doesn't sound that mad now, but she curled the hair, put it up in a pony, and left 2 pieces out and curled them like this. So they were like curly like this, and she had a curly pony. No one else had done that before. Then I was like, oh my god, that's dead cool. My hair will look boss because my hair is curly. So the next day, I was like, I got a curly, and I curled my hair up, put it in a pony, and like had 2 pieces of hair and curled that. And so like I walk into school and my mate's like, oh, your hair looks lovely, and I was like, oh yeah, no, yeah, thanks. We sat down in science, and someone goes, Ashley, how nice was your hair yesterday? And it was so nice that people are copying you, and I could have died. You know, in science, and you know, like the big high kind of table things.
Yeah, the bench things.
Yeah, like I bent down to like pretending to get a pencil. I didn't want to come back up. I was just like this underneath, like, oh my god, it was so embarrassing. And like that doesn't sound like a big thing, but the fact that someone shouted in the class and then they were all laughing, and I was just sat there with my little like curls,
as
like
an insecure teenager. Everything makes you embarrassed then. That's so mean as well, isn't it?
It's so mean. I was just mortified. Oh my god, I never did that hairstyle ever again. I was just like...
Kids just use that though, like when your kids as anything to like try and have a go and make other people feel embarrassed, isn't it? Yeah. So mean.
Yeah. Oh.
I was oh god, talking about hair. My hair has always been the last couple of years now as I've been the most tame with my hair. But like growing up, I was in primary school and I don't know what spurred on this thing for me to just want to do mad things with my hair, but I remember I was so adamant about things as well, so my mum would just have to let me or help me do it because I would kick off if not. I was a little brat when I was very young. I was hard work, but I wanted what I wanted, and my crimpers used to love crimping my hair, and I'd just because my hair when I was little was so long and so thick, and it would just take like a whole day to crimp it, but I wanted to crimp and it'd be like this. And then I remember once going to the school disco, because I loved crimp, curls and straight, so I thought I'll do all of them. So I like straight, curl, crimp, all the way around my head. Thought it was so cool. I had a mixture of all of them. Oh my God. The coolest kid that you've ever seen.
Wow.
And then this one time, this was maybe the worst one. So I'd want to do different things for school as well, and sometimes I'd have like 2 ponies, but like just having 2 ponies wasn't enough, so I'd have to have one high and one low, or like one plait and one knot.
Oh my God!
Do you know what I mean? It was like always like, no, I want my hair to be different. Like, and I was like, no one's ever seen this before. It's just so cool and edgy. And then this one time, I'd put
oh my God.
I'd put a side pony in.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be cool to put bobbles in it.
Oh my God, I know
you know
what you
where
mean.
people would do a pony and then a bit of hair and then a bobble, a bit of hair. No, that wasn't cool.
No hair?
That wasn't cool enough for me, just bobble. So I'd pack of like different coloured bobbles, or I'd like change up the pack, like black and red, because I was a bit of an emo goth, so I went through a bit of that phase. The fingerless gloves.
Fingerless
skulls and chains. Yeah. But I remember this one time a side pony, and then I had just bobble. Yeah. So if you actually think of the reality of that, you have just got a solid thing coming off the side of your head. Because if you put like a horn, so I had this pony with all these bobbles in, which I thought was that cool. And when I'd got to school, they made me take it out because it was dangerous. Because if I whipped someone with that, Emma, I would knock them clean out. If you think of this long pony with bubbles, if I just hit my head, nosebleed instantly. And I was devastated. It was like someone was just ripping away my self-expression. I was like, I thought it was so cool and I'm not even allowed to have this pony.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh no, I love that. I love that it was dangerous. Take that up because it's dangerous. Oh no, that's amazing. I want to see a picture of you with this horn sticking out your head. That's so
God, cool. I don't even think there was. And then I think I didn't try it again because I was so upset. I was so upset that I wasn't.
It sounds cool to me.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Next episode, I'm gonna.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Shall we do crazy hairstyles for
Oh my God. Oh my God. We should. We should. Oh my God. Defo.
No, I'm actually gonna do that. Yeah. I don't own that many bubbles anymore. So
yeah, no,
colourful bubbles.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah. Oh no. I love it. And then talking about like cringy things that I've done or said, like it's one of those things, like to me this is massive, but do you know when you start saying it, I guess that's the thing, like when you say it out loud, it's like takes the shame out of it a lot as well. No, so when I was
I'm just proud of them.
I was not that nice one.
Pardon me.
No, my stomach's proper growling, I can hear it. Yeah, so when I was in Australia, I worked at just in a kitchen, like it was like a beach restaurant kind of thing, so I was in the kitchen. But sometimes they needed help on the till, so they taught me how to use a till or whatever. And when there was only one till, so like the queue would go down the beach, so you'd be able to look down the beach and you'd see the queue down the beach, like because it was the only restaurant on the beach. So that used to stress me out, so I used to panic. So I was like doing the orders one day, and they had this. It was like sounds horrible, but like a mixed fish bucket, and it was literally just like a bucket and spade bucket, but it had fish in it, like fried fish, like I don't know, it was just full of fish, but that was so popular, and so it was like dead stressful. The kitchen was chocker, the queue was all the way down the beach, and the woman said to me, and there was this chef that used to wind me up all the time, like thinking about it now, I was like 21 and he used to, it was a bit like creepy now actually. He used to be like kind of weird.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah, because he was
definitely
in his 50s.
All of your jobs or interactions with men when you were younger.
Oh God, it's...
Yeah. We're not prepared for them when we look back and we're like, well, that was inappropriate.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, so we used to, like, take the piss out of me all the time. So the woman goes to me, what kind of fish is in the bucket of fish? And so I went to him and said, I was like, oh, what fish? And it was like the kitchen was choking and there's, like, plates, like, banging everywhere. And he said, dolphin. And I turned to the woman with a big smile on my face and said, it's dolphin. And she went, what? All of the chefs in the restaurant went, oh my God, it's like they were all pissing themselves, like, what have you just done? And I was like, sorry. I was like, and then I was like, what is it?
Panic, though, like you just, if someone says something, you say it, you don't actually think to rationalise what they've just said.
Yeah, because obviously it's not dolphin, and my brain knew that, but I just said, like, with my biggest, like, customer service, like, the fish bucket is dolphin, like, and I just said it, like, dead proud. And then my brain caught up and was like, oh my God, that's not right. And he was crying. He couldn't even tell me what the fish was. He was crying. He went into the fridge because he was laughing so much. And then I was like, can someone tell me what the fish is? And I can't remember what it is. But the woman made it worse because she went, oh my God, and she got like stressed because she thought it was dolphin. Oh my God, but it was so embarrassing. And then I was called Dolphin for the rest of my time there. So every time I'd walk in the kitchen, they'd be like, Dolphin, get us a plate. And but it used
one little thing and
one little thing. But that does still keep me up at night because the fact that I said to a paying customer that she's getting a bucket of dolphin, how mortifying. Anyway.
Oh, that's so funny. I feel like though, everyone's got experience of that in like a workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's just so stressful, and especially when you're younger and you're just panicking to do everything right. I remember working in, I used to work in pharmacies, and they would do a lot of the time like on the phone talking about prescriptions or on the phone to like surgeries and receptionists at the doctors, and such a big part of it was like saying people's names or like the medication that they're on and like pronouncing half of them. I just couldn't bloody do it anyway, so I would just make up the names and then they'd say it back to me and I'd be like, yeah, that one. And then sometimes they just wouldn't have a clue what I was trying to say because it was like was fucking trichomycin or something, just something dead long. And I was like, oh. So then I'd like try and spell it. And then I don't know why in these jobs I didn't think, just learn the phonetic alphabet. Yeah. Because they'd be going, oh, A for alpha, and I'd be like, no. And then because I didn't know it and I didn't learn it, I would just make it up. And I remember being like, W for Watson. And I remember one time I was like, N for Nan. And they were like, M for man. And I was like, no, Nan. And they were like, man. And I was like, no, Nan, like nanny, like your Nan. I was like, can't think of any other words beginning with N. And then like they wouldn't get it. And then they'd be like, oh, was it this for this? And I'd be like, no. And then I'd have to try and come up with like something else. And it was so stressful all the time. And I was like, these must think this fucking girl is so stupid. Yeah. And then it would just go out my brain and I'd just do it again next time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And for
See, I did the same thing. I didn't, because I was working in an office, like, for my auntie's place when I was like 14, and like I didn't know that was an alphabet. I thought you did just make it up. So I used to do it all. No one told me, because I did like A for alpha, like you hear it and that, but I was just like,
I don't think it's something that you learn.
No. I didn't think there was a set alphabet, so I used to be like Z for zebra, but like I used to do animal. I used to love doing the animal one. D for dog, do you know, like it just
Dolphin.
O for octopus, D for dolphin. Oh my God! Do you want any fries with your dolphin bucket? But what? When were we meant to learn that?
Yeah.
See, this again. School teaches you shit.
Yeah, shit all.
Yeah.
Teaches you nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who taught us that? And then we're just expected to know the phonetic
What's
alphabet.
it? What's it?
W for what's?
W. And then thinking
He went to the
of the
fucking GP. He's like, we're trying to get the medication, like, for someone that's dead important. And I'm like, W for what's it?
Oh no, that's actually so good.
I think at that point, though, I actually don't care enough about this job, if I'm honest. I'm being paid minimum wage. No one treats me very nice. Everyone speaks to me like shit. So, yeah, W for what's it.
Yeah.
Like, understand me or don't, I don't really care at this point.
Oh, no. So, coming back to what we were talking about before with insecurity, and I was saying about, I feel like my whole life up until my 20s was cringy. I think that because I feel like I was so insecure that whole period of time. And I think with cringe and embarrassment and stuff like that, looking at teenagers and like me as a teenager, but also I teach teenagers Ariel, I feel like that you can just see it so clearly, the kind of where it comes from. It's like that idea when, and I see this like when people come to like pick the kids up or whatever, but like when your mum does something when you're like 12 or whatever, and you're like, whenever you're with your mum and you're just like cringing, like, mom, like everything they do is like, but everything it's coming from but it's actually coming from because you're so insecure at that age, and everything is just, you're trying to not be picked on, or you're trying to like fit in, I guess, and you don't want to be the embarrassing one, so everything they do is like, oh my God. And I feel like teaching teenagers, I feel like that's like the cringiest hour of my week, because I'm like, hey guys, and I feel like everything I say, even if I play it cool, like everything's cringy, because I'm like in this soup of like kind of insecure kind of energy, and we all go through that process. And I think, like I was saying before, like I used to think you get to a point where you're not cringy anymore, where it's actually like you get to a place where you're so comfortable in yourself that you can't see yourself as cringy anymore. And I think it's so easy to cringe at yourself and cringe at other people. Like when I was a teenager, like whenever I was around anyone with my mom or my dad, or just like anyone, like anything they did, like literally anything, I'd be like, like, because I just couldn't cope with it. I couldn't cope with the idea of anyone perceiving them in any way that wasn't cool. I was like, you're not doing that's not cool. Like, and I think, and it's the same now. Like, I feel like I'm in a place now where I don't cringe at other people, and I don't cringe at myself as much, because I feel comfortable enough. And I think the times where I've been super insecure, I found everyone cringy, and now I feel like it's nice to be in a place where I don't, because I don't need that external validation as well. It's like, am I cool? Is this okay? Is this acceptable? Because I can accept myself and give that to myself, and it's coming from inward. So yeah, it feels very different.
I think that it's so big and so heavy, this need for external validation, and it's really sad, because that's often what we're kind of all looking for. And I think until we know that it's only ourselves that's going to give us that validation. Do you know what I mean? Because kind of like what you said before, there's always going to be someone that's cringing. So you might get external validation from one group of people, but you're not going to get it from the other group of people. And when you can learn to sort of give yourself that validation, and when you can be so comfortable in yourself that you don't care for external validation anymore, and it's the most freeing and liberating feeling ever. And that is what, again, like I think we just kind of keep circling back to the same thing, but that is the thing that allows you to have fun and enjoy your life and express yourself. And I think like this, the whole idea of cringe and embarrassment is to put a dampener on how much we can express ourselves. And I think this, I do think this is present for everyone, but I think more so for women. Yeah. I just really think it is. Like, I think it's this word that's being passed, because I don't think you hear it as much with men going, oh, that's cringe, oh, that's cringe. Like,
yeah, true, yeah.
I think men get embarrassed and they think some things are cringy, but it's more, and then especially go back to teenagers, it's, oh, that's cringe. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I think with, even as adult women, when women cringe at other women who are expressing themselves, it comes from a place of something that's uncomfortable in you, because you don't think you can do what she does, so you think it's cringe, and we just project that onto other people as well. But it's like a collective societal thing to keep us all small and not expressing ourselves, because that's safe, isn't it? Yeah. Like, and it's also safe for us. Like, we know that it's safe if we don't be cringe, and then it comes back to like this need to fit in. And when we think about fitting in terms of safety, like, it's naturally ingrained in us to want to fit in, because if you think of just over the years, isn't it, of what's safe when you're in like tribes or whatever, the natural instinct with humans is fit in for your safety. If you don't fit in, you could be excluded from groups. Like, it's not safe anymore. And I think there's parts of us all that carry that with us, but that's not the case anymore. Like, if you're cringy and you don't fit in, like, there is a sense that you might sort of not fit in with your friend group anymore or whatever, but you're gonna find other cringy people. Like, it's so safe, it's fine to not fit in anymore. But it does, I think sometimes it's nice having that understanding of why you feel that, and that it's naturally there, and it is for everyone, really, isn't it? But yeah, I feel like I went on 6 different tangents there. Can't remember what we
No, that was good. No,
I think just around like it being a dampener for the way we as women express ourselves and our joy, and it's like society's way of being like, tone down, calm down a little bit. Why? Yeah. Why? To make you more comfortable. No. Yeah. No, exactly. No. And I love, like, when, like, if like someone comes up on my Instagram kind of thing, and they're being like really big and bold with their expression. This happens a lot with like people, like women, doing like a lot around like sexuality stuff as well, and it feels like for like a millisecond I cringe, because I'm like, I couldn't imagine myself doing that or expressing in that way and putting it online and all stuff like that. But I'm so drawn to them, because I'm like, oh my, like, there's something about them that they're so expressive that I want to like know them. I want to see what they're doing and stuff like that. And I always follow and I always look, and like, there's something magnetic about seeing someone in their fullest expression. I think that was definitely lost, like you're saying, with women. Like, instead of seeing it as something like, oh, this is magnetic, this is like exciting to see, and like kind of being a cheerleader and not being like, I'm uncomfortable, let's squash you down kind of thing, because calling someone cringe is another way of trying to squash them, isn't it? I'm uncomfortable by your expression, so you need to tone that down. Whereas no, if you're uncomfortable with my expression, you need to work on that. Exactly. Respectfully. Respectfully work on that. And it's like the whole thing with fucking comment sections on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, and like someone's being like
really expressive or really passionate about something, and all the comments are like they're just picking them. They're trying to put them down because they're like, I can't cope, let's squash this person. And it works a lot of the time, like when like people can be so harsh in the comments, and it's heartbreaking to see them squashing the spirit of that person, which is why I really struggle with comment sections. But yeah, like I think the more we can be big and at our fullest expression, even if we're just whatever that looks like, it doesn't have to be big and loud and like half naked on the internet. It doesn't have to look like that, but just being you and like expressing how you want to and what feels good for you. And is so important.
Noticing what part of yourself you're holding back because you're scared of being cringe. Like noticing when that comes, oh, I can't do that because it's cringe. And like, I don't know, using that as a bit of a, like, test yourself a little bit with it. Like, when that comes up, be like, okay, well, what would happen if I did? Yeah. Because most of the time, you'll do it and you'll get a really good response from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, most of the time, again, it just comes back to this. It's what you think other people are going to think. But you do the cringy thing and people are like, oh my God, wow, I love this. That's generally what happens. And you go, bloody hell, I thought everyone was going to think I'm cringy. And maybe there's some people that are, but like, forget them, because the other people are going to be like, oh, I love it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then you get to like feel that feeling. And it's really nice. And again, with so many of the other things we've spoken about, in doing that, we give other people permission to do the same. People will see you being your authentic like self and not afraid to be cringy, and they'll go, maybe I can do that too. Yeah. And this is how we make the world a better place. Yeah. This is how we bring more cringe into the world, and you just have more people in their expression, and oh yeah, I love that. Why do we not want that? Stop putting people in a box by saying it's cringe, because it's not. And I think also like I just really think cringe, like even the moments that you look back on and cringe at, are times when you really were like true and honest about something that you want. So even if it's like you put yourself out there on a dating app, or with someone that you're dating, and you send like a risky paragraph, or you try really hard. Don't mean like a sexy one. I mean just like where you're expressing your feelings.
Yeah, sorry, it just made me laugh. A risky paragraph, what a lie. Sorry, go on.
But you're putting yourself out there, and you might not get the response that you want. So that's cringe. But I think no, because you tried for something that you wanted. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not cringe because you didn't get the answer you wanted. No. Do you know what I mean? That's not cringy. I think it's beautiful, because the opposite of that is never trying. Yeah. And never making effort, and never saying how you feel, or never going for it, or taking chances, or trying something new. And I think that's a really sad existence. That sounded like an insult. I didn't...
That's a very sad existence. I know what you were saying.
That's really not the way I wanted that to come out.
I know what you meant to say though.
I think, it is. For me, that would be a really sad way to know that I've lived my life always being like, scared of telling people how I feel and trying new things. And I mean, that's sad. Like, I'm sad for other people that feel like that.
Yeah. I feel like being cringe makes things more colourful, more vibrant. More vibrant, Amy.
More vibrant. So yeah, we hope you can go out there now and like embrace your cringe. Go and do something cringy this week, and just allow yourself and see how fun it is. And if you want to, send us some cringy stories.
Yeah, send us some cringy stuff. Yeah, be as cringy as possible. Be like, how can I be even more cringy? If you think you're being cringy, be like, how can I make this more cringe? More cringe. And have a lovely week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us in the messy and delicious middle of it all. We are so glad that you're here.
If you loved this episode, or if something made you laugh, cry, or feel a little more seen, we'd be so grateful if you hit subscribe, leave us a review, or share with someone who needs to hear it.
You can also message us on Instagram at MNDPod, because we love hearing about what's landing for you, or even what you'd like us to talk about next.
So big love, big feels, and we'll catch you next time on Messy and Delicious.
Bye!